Hi everyone, Merry Christmas, I guess. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you're having a good time. Because, well, this isn't going to be my only Christmas video. I just hope the franchise deep dive comes out later. Because I've seen a lot of videos doing the same thing, and I want to make the video different enough, but of course franchise deep dive style enough, I guess. But this video is a bit complicated in how it came about, and I guess maybe it'll start a new series, maybe. I originally envisioned this as episode 10 of Why Does No One Remember? A big Christmas special, like all of them do. But that wouldn't make any sense as I thought about it more. Every single one of the ones I've done before have been released at cinemas, at least in some way. They had something to be speculated about there. They weren't remembered by many, but they could have been. But Why Does No One Remember is also about exploring my nostalgia. That's another thing every movie I've done in that series has shared. I've been able to share my opinions looking back on movies from my childhood. So, what will happen here? Why is this different? Well, obviously, it's direct-to-video, which gives it a disadvantage majorly. When I set up this series, I kind of forgot what movies are direct-to-DVD or not, because there's another movie I wanted to cover in this series, but that is also direct-to-video. And as I'm researching more, another movie I was going to cover was a movie which is foreign, and I didn't know that. And I thought it was American because, but the movie might be remembered in its home country. I don't know. Just like I know Yesterday and the Harry Hill movie aren't remembered in this home country, but Americans will know those movies even less. This is why I gave an introduction to Harry Hill in that video. Now, so I think it will be quite redundant to do a Why Does No One Remember on a movie which basically had no chance of being remembered. With that all said though, I still wanted to do a video on it because I still wanted to explore my nostalgia. So I'll just upload a separate video on it. And maybe I'll do a sequel video to this of the other direct-DVD movie I was planning to cover in this series. And maybe this keeps going, I can do more. But yeah, that is something which has to be noted. So, Saving Santa. It's a movie I remember watching, and it's been one of my favourite Christmas movies. I've watched it multiple Christmases since then. Even though, it's actually seen as an obscure bad Christmas movie, which I'm kind of disappointed by. A bunch of reviewers have dug it up and are basically talking about it, but honestly, I think that this is I think this is an interesting movie to talk about, like a new take on a Christmas movie, and just it. Now, because this isn't a Why Does No One Remember, I don't think I have to research the production. I don't know, because like, if you go on the Wikipedia article, there's no production. The production isn't there. There's no production section, so not only is this no longer Why Does No One Remember, I also don't know any of the production. Something I didn't know about this movie is the company that made it. We will talk no further about that. We will talk no further. Now, this movie was also made in 2013, which is commonly regarded as an awful year for animated films. Now, I haven't seen many of the films from that year, which no one cares about. Which everyone cited reasons for that. I haven't seen Escape from Planet Earth. I haven't seen like Welcome with Dinosaurs. I haven't seen. But I do know it's not considered a good year for animation. But obviously that's only for like cinematic releases, I hope. Because I want to see this. I just want to see if this movie holds up today. That's all I want to see. I'm going in with a mindset of optimism, hopefully, and seeing what happens. Okay, let's go.
So, this movie good? Well, no. But considering it was a big part of my childhood, I still kind of have fun with it. I don't think it's the worst thing ever by any means. For one, well, I do kind of like the main character, Bernard. None of the characters really get any time to themselves. Like, there's basically a romantic subplot between Bernard and the girl, but it just doesn't work because she just met him. She just met him earlier that day, and she arrested him twice and interrogated him. Also, these secret agents in general are bad at their jobs. They didn't plan for an invasion of the North Pole, which is something they should have definitely planned for. I know that was supposed to be a joke. Don't get me wrong, I know that was supposed to be a joke, but that is a bit too serious for me. Panic, really. I kind of like the tech guy though, he was funny. The guy interrogating Bernard was kind of funny too, but also, I don't know. Now, Bernard, I'm not sure what you're supposed to really think of him. He's supposed to go through a character arc of having confidence in himself, and that he's not a dumb old loser like everyone says, but he kind of is though. I'm gonna be honest. They don't really sell that well that he isn't. Because he does something smart at the end, don't get me wrong. The ending is probably the best part about the movie. While yes, the twists are kind of predictable, they're okay in conveying the message. and it's at least smart for Bernard to do this. But for the rest of the movie, Bernard is being an idiot. He is told multiple times that he can't change anything by going back in time. Oh, yeah. I didn't actually tell you the plot of this movie. The plot of this movie is basically Bernard D. Elf, yes, that is literally his name, is basically wants to be an inventor, but he can't. He's just a reindeer poop scooper, or whatever. Yeah? And basically, so he talks to Santa. Santa tells him a bunch of things for some reason, because Bernard reminds him of someone, even though they just met, supposedly. I don't think, so Santa tells him the secret of the sleigh, which not many people know apparently, which is time travel. Santa travels around the same night for each gifts. Yeah. Now, the time travel in this movie doesn't work that badly. Now, this could be argued to be a light time loop movie, as basically we see the same day play out 3 times. Just Bernard, 3 Bernards in one, basically. The time travel in this movie works like, basically, time is fixed. The time travel in which time is fixed, it cannot change no matter how you try. This is shown by a lot of stuff at the beginning of the movie being explained later, like the girl saving him, for example. Everything in this movie that appears is explained later. Yeah, every weird thing by the time travel, basically. But yeah, it's also a musical and the songs are passable, I guess. They're nothing too bad, which is good, but they're nothing too great either. We don't even get a villain song. At least I don't think we do. But yeah, Tim Curry plays the villain, by the way. He's good in this movie, but I wish he had more time to shine, to be honest. He is good in this movie, don't get me wrong. Neville Paddington, he is pretty funny, but I just felt like he could have been a lot more. In fact, this movie is very protagonist-centered, and like, Bernard doesn't really have a relationship with him. Basically, except at the end, obviously. But yeah, after Bernard saves Christmas, like Santa, he gives him a ride on his sleigh. So yeah, back to the main topic. Bernard is an idiot for most of the movie, and him doing one smart thing kinda comes out of nowhere. So for the entire movie, well yes, Bernard invited a good invention, we do see they treat him terribly, but then we see him be an idiot and ignore everything Santa said by like going back in time and like trying to warning Santa even though he was told he couldn't do that. Then he goes back in time again to destroy his machine, which starts the blackout. It's stupid because it doesn't. It's. I wouldn't exactly call it stupid, but it's definitely forced.
Why do I still have fun with this movie? Well, because it genuinely has some good jokes now and again. And again, I do feel nostalgic for this movie. And similar to movies like The Lorax, which I also talked about, that can basically enhance your enjoyment if you liked it in the past. It can also, like, down your enjoyment because but that has yet to happen for me. But it might happen some other time, who knows. I'm gonna watch a lot for this channel. So yeah, I do for the most part like this movie, even though I recognize it is very flawed. Also, I kind of like Blitzen. He's a good straight man to Bernard, even though we don't really see him speak. I would recommend it to people who want to show their kids it, but I'm not sure if it's exactly the best movie for an adult to watch at Christmas. So I guess that's the end of the video. Yeah, since I don't have to talk about the reception, I already talked about how this movie is kind of like an obscure Christmas movie, which some movie reviewers are pulling out of their heads to review as a bad movie or something. But, hey! It's good, isn't it? Sort of. I don't know. But, yeah. I think I can safely end this video here. I don't really need to talk about it any further. There's not much deeper meaning. This is mostly just a quick video worth getting into the reviews. Wow, the two most recent videos on my channel are very quick, fundamentally. But in general, my next video, which will hopefully be out in the next few days, but if it's, I am genuinely sorry if I put it out Boxing Day or somewhere after. But this video, I hope this video has been enough for you. Enough for like a very quick vid. I just wanted to watch this movie and talk about it. But I'm going to do a lot of other stuff. So, Merry Christmas. And I'll see you in another vid.